Is it gonna be backwards?
No, it's not gonna be backwards.
Half full, episode 4, take 1, and we're not doing any other takes because we ain't got time for that shit.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Make sure
It's
you
been recording
fix
the whole
mic.
time.
Yeah, good. Let it go. That's good.
I'm just gonna...
No, don't
No,
restart.
I'm not gonna restart it. I'm just gonna adjust something. Because the sun, as it comes out more, it's gonna blow shit out.
True.
Alright, what's going on, people? We are...
Whoa. This ain't your fucking show. I'm the fucking host. You the one answering questions. But pull the mic closer to you.
Alright.
My man was getting ready to talk like this shit was his fucking show.
Oh, shit. You know, until we all win, you know what I mean?
And look, so Francis is trying to be hospitable to me and shit, giving me the wackest chair. He keeps the best chair. Trying to host it as his show when it's my show. Clicking on the page.
No sé. Porque estás súper bueno, pues estás... Ay, él me está llamando, ay.
Okay, bye. Alrighty.
You hung up on your mom?
She hung up on me.
Bruh.
What do you think?
Man.
My mom hangs up on... If me and my mom get into an argument on the phone, I don't even get to respond to her argument because she'll just hang up on me. I don't even get like a second to be tight.
I swear, that's my
we
mother
might need
too.
the AC because I'm already hot.
I know.
So here we go. Half full episode 4 with my boy Francis. It's been a long time coming for this. He's been asking me since I put up my first video ever.
Yeah.
So just a little intro. Who are you? Let everybody know who you are, what you do. Where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Oh, man. All right.
I know. Well, before we even get into that,
Yeah.
you just told me that when do you get sworn into this country?
Wow, that's some private information.
Yeah, I mean, but
That's some
I
private
Yeah,
information.
you're right. It is a little private, but I can
yeah.
always edit out some of the.
October 4th, actually, I'll be sworn in as a citizen in America.
Let's lit.
Yeah.
In
pretty
America.
Cool. In America. All right, man. So, give you guys a little...
So you're not like hunched over.
A little hunch over. Alright guys, so give you guys a little bit of intro about me. My name is, well, my full name actually is Francis King John Ekene Delichiku Namani.
I didn't even know
Try
that.
to say that back. But,
I can't. So, wait, Francis King. Jekalu. What is it?
Francis King John Ekene Delichiku Namani.
Francis King John Elechiku.
Damn!
I chopped it already?
You chopped it up. Yeah.
Alright, anyway,
Alright.
we'll be here for 15 minutes. Trying to
So
do this.
that's my name. Let's give you guys a little rundown about me. So I'm a 23-year-old entrepreneur. I do acting, photography, videography, and writing as well. I currently...
Writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do
I think it's
screenwriting.
riding.
Oh, like riding, like horseback riding.
Yes.
God.
I got the horse. Oh, sorry.
All right. No, I do writing. So I write on blogs. I'll do screenwriting as well. So I'm super into the whole film. Well, I'm not super into it, but I'm trying to get into the whole film industry right now.
What he essentially wants is to be an actor,
Correct.
but he figured that if he kind of took on all roles that have to do with film production, it would make his life easier in finding his way towards the being behind the camera. Oh no, in front of the camera rather than behind. So that's kind of his steps.
Correct,
Right?
because yeah, I believe that the main reason why I got into the whole, making videos and stuff is so I can in turn come back in front of the camera and become a full-fledged actor. But I realized that I can't just be sitting around waiting for someone to put me in a production like, hey, I think I'm good enough, I think I'm ready to be in your production. I'm like, let me just go buy a camera, figure out how to do the whole editing software, how to conceptualize, a concept. That doesn't make sense. How to make a concept. And just how to make projects in general. So I figured, let me just invest into it, learn the front end and the back end, and in turn, it's going to help me in the future. But back to me giving you a little bit of my intro. Yeah, that's what I do. I currently live in Brooklyn, New York.
Shit is bomb. Sorry to interrupt.
He went and bought Red Bull, but he forgot that I have like 5 million cans of Red Bull in my
He's
house.
sponsored by Red Bull. We'll get into that in a little bit.
I'm not really sponsored by Red Bull, but I work with Red Bull. So
and they send him free shit. That's a sponsor to me. Anyway.
I freelance with them. Shout out to Red Bull. You guys are awesome. Oh my god. But yeah, it's like a little intro about me, and yeah, let's dive into it, Ricky.
So you were born where? Where were you born?
I was born in Nigeria in Enugu. You could try.
Oh, okay. So you were born in Nigeria, 100%.
Correct. I was born in Nigeria, and my family and I
What's it called? What's the place?
Enugu.
Enugu.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Then
when did you move here? What year?
2000. I believe August of 2000.
So you grew up in Nigeria.
No.
Well,
It's
you were
2019.
born-
I grew up here.
Yeah, no, but in 2000.
Yeah, so I was born in 1995.
Yeah, so you 5 years. That's growing. That's I consider 0 to 5
Not really.
is growing up.
I was very shy.
You were born in Nigeria,
Yeah.
in Enoku,
Enugu.
Enugu,
There you go.
and then you moved here when you were about 5 years old,
Yeah, I was 4 turning 5.
and then you moved where to Warwick.
No, we moved to, my family and I, we moved to North Carolina, and we were there for, I believe, summer. We moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. We lived with my uncle for a little while, then we moved up to Warwick, New York.
Okay, so, and then you went 5 to 20 to 18.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yo, my mom's calling me again.
tu madre.
No. Mom, we're in the middle of the show. This is the second time you called.
Ay, no, pues debe estar. Ay, no, you're missing so much.
My mom- My mom gets so mad because I curse in my videos. Okay, Mom. Love you. Say it back.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah, my mom is a gangster. But anyway, where were we? Warwick, New York.
Warwick, New York.
You were there till about 18. Then me and Francis, we met the first time ever. I remember vividly where we met. Middle school track. I don't know if it was 7th or 8th grade. I believe it was 8th grade. We were at Warwick. It might have been Warwick or another school. It doesn't fucking matter. But I remember I was doing. Francis is obvious. How tall are you? 6.
Oh, yeah, like 6 foot, 6'1".
6 foot, 6'1". I was like 5'6" at the time doing high jump. I don't know why, but can you turn the AC off now? But yeah, so we met at the high jump fucking station. You were with somebody else too from Warwick. I can't remember who, but we met there, and then I remember we kind of just kept in touch over like whatever social media, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know if Instagram was there, Facebook, whatever. So we met once briefly, and then we didn't really meet up again until Hartwick.
Yeah, we never hung out. It's like we just knew each other, but
Yeah.
we never. I don't even know how I got your phone number.
Through Insta.
Oh yeah. So I think I got.
I don't know if it was Insta. It was like Insta, Twitter, Facebook, something like
It
that.
might have been Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kept in touch because we both played high school football, and our high school teams were rivals. So we kind of kept in touch, whatever. And then I was in high school. We kept in touch through media, whatever. And then we both figured out that we were going to the same college, and we were trying to figure out how we could be roommates together because we didn't want to room with like random people.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow, some way, we managed to be roommates our freshman year of college, and that's kind of how we became like good friends because obviously we lived together for a whole year.
The funny thing about it is that I don't think Ricky was my friend freshman year of college. Yeah,
He says
no,
that every-
I'm telling you
Well-
right now. I believe Ricky and I like when Ricky and I first met, we were two completely different. people.
Yeah, that's
Like
very
I
true.
walked into the dorm room. He's just like, "Yo, what up?" And I'm like, "Oh."
All right.
No.
Don't
we,
make
were-
it the
no,
same.
we were two completely different people.
Are
And
you
then, like,
mean like me and you were different from each other, or
in
from
general, we
now-
were just different.
from now and then like
Now, like
who I
we're-
am now
well,
compared to who I was then?
Well, who you are now would literally
completely
slap
different, yeah.
whoever you were
I
back
wish,
then.
I wish it was possible because I would smack myself in the face.
Because ironically, like I was making all these little random, YouTube, IG, Vine videos, and like I wasn't like trying to like blow up or whatever, but like I was making like little random videos because I like to entertain people. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
And they would always crack jokes on me like, "Yo, why are you doing that? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?" I'm like, "Yo, like it's cool, like it's fun, like I'm just having a good time. I don't have to like be with the popular crowd or like be with the kids and like in the cafeteria making fun of other kids. I'm like, yeah, I want to go do like cool stuff."
All right. I wasn't making fun of other kids in the cafeteria. Don't get it twisted, right? But I do agree that at the time, like freshman year, it was all from high school, yo. Coming out of high school, I kind of had that like, football player, popular kid in school, like feel to myself. And then like, it was just like through college and then after graduating, I completely transformed to somebody else. But I remember like you were making the vines and shit, and like I remember like people around me, like, this is exactly what you said, like, why are you making those videos? I don't know if I was saying that per se, because you were always trying to ask me to be in the videos, but I was always, like, afraid, kind of.
Yeah, you didn't want to be in my videos.
But maybe no, I don't think I ever discouraged you to make the videos.
No, you didn't discourage me, but you just didn't want to do it because, like, that wasn't...
Because it wasn't cool, I guess.
It wasn't your thing. Like, you weren't... like.
But it should have been my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I listened to you, to be honest.
Yeah, you just didn't understand, like, what Tyler and I were doing, and then TJ and I were doing.
Yeah, Tyler, yo.
If it wasn't for Tyler, shout out to Tyler, man. If it wasn't for Tyler, I probably would be working in finance right now.
Yo,
doing
Tyler's the
banking, because like I was doing like these little Vine videos, and Tyler was like, "Yo, why don't you?"
Tyler was vlogging, right?
Tyler was vlogging. I'm like, "Yo, what's vlogging? I don't understand what that is." He's like, "Oh, you just film your life," and I was like, "That literally makes no sense." Then like he was like, "Yo, you should make YouTube videos." I'm like, "I don't think I could do that." And then we just made a random YouTube video, and then like everyone at our college was like, "Yo, that video was mad funny," and I was like, "Yo, we should keep making these, bro." And then Tyler taught me how to edit, and then from there I just kept going.
You see, the thing is, like, I was always like, my whole life I've always been I feel like I've been in the middle of that, like where I hang out with the kids that make fun of the people that are trying to do the new thing, and then I also hang out with the kids that are trying to do the new thing, and I'm always just stuck in the middle. So maybe because like I don't remember me like shitting on you, you know. I'm serious, but I guess I remember like being like, nah, shit's whack.
Yeah, like you never made fun of me like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like you're just like, nah, I'm not just.
But the
I'm not
Hoskins
trying to do it right now.
and the Savions.
Hoskins made fun of me.
I mean, you know they.
Well, Hoskins made fun of everyone, bro.
That's true.
That's just Hoskins.
That's true.
But Savion cracked jokes on me too. But I mean, it's whatever. Like, you know, it's the building blocks of something.
Yeah.
So.
But now if I could go back, I would 100% like try getting way more comfortable with the camera.
Yeah.
Getting, you know, way more comfortable creating videos and stuff like that. But friend's just trying to make me come off like the bad guy in here and shit.
Yeah, Ricky is a bad guy. That's good.
So what are you currently up to? Like, I know you're reading for some agencies. Like we said before, he's trying to become an actor and stuff.
Correct.
But you're reading for agencies. You also do photography. You just had an internship. Tell me a little about what you're doing now.
In regard to like right now at this moment, what am I doing now?
Yeah. Like what did you, so for instance, the other day when we spoke on the phone, you said you were reading for what?
So I have a talent showcase tomorrow. So I'm auditioning for I believe 5 agencies. So I pick a scene, I go through it, and obviously if I do well, they call me back, and then we could start talking about getting signed to the agency. Because ideally, if you guys don't know how it works, when you get signed to an agency, it's easier to get, well not easier, but you're more accessible to the auditions like for Netflix, HBO, Hulu, the CW.
Yeah, because you have agents that are...
who are connected to the casting director. Because you can't find those kind of stuff online. Well, sometimes you can, but very, very hard to find. So I figured if I can audition and get an agent, I can get into these bigger rooms. And if I get into the bigger rooms, then I can kind of, you know, get my career kickstarted a bit. That was terrifying, Ricky.
It's because this chair is all fucking lopsided and shit, giving me the
Alright, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix the camera and the monitor real quick.
But continue talking.
Alright, and also see how like the sun's changing.
Yeah.
So we have to fix the lighting too.
You thinking about it too much, B. I'm just leave it.
Ready?
You can move
all I gotta
the
do is
mic
this.
too.
Bump that down a little bit, and we're good.
All right, so so you have that audition when tomorrow?
Yeah, I have it tomorrow afternoon. So right after.
So what scene are you picking? Have you not picked it
no,
yet?
I already picked the scene.
Is it a monologue or you get to read with somebody?
No, it's I get to read with somebody. It's back and forth.
Okay.
However,
could you do a monologue if you wanted to?
I would prefer to do a monologue.
I had emails right now.
Excuse me. I would prefer to do a monologue because like.
Oh, so you have to choose like a scene to share with somebody.
Yeah, because they want to see how you interact within like, you know, a normal scene. But I prefer to do a monologue because like you're kind of just by yourself, and typically monologues are like a lot harder to do.
Of course.
But you're in your own element. Like if you F up the monologue, it's on you.
Yeah, and when you do a scene, you kind of feed off the person.
Correct. But the thing is that the reader doesn't always give you energy to feed off of.
Yeah,
So,
they don't really get into it. They just kind of...
They read it and then you have to get into the character.
And why would you do something like that?
And you're
some
like,
whack shit.
I don't know, Bethany. They kind of just took my car. You know,
Yeah,
like you just have to keep it going.
Yeah.
And that's why I would rather do a monologue, because you could just get in a full-on character and they're just like, oh my god, what's happening?
Yo, remember the scene we did with the sex doll? You don't remember that? Where I kept forgetting my lines, and you were getting so tight.
Wait, but where did we get the sex doll?
That
trying to
kid
remember.
in freshman year with the curly hair. I don't remember his name. So me
Yeah,
and Francis,
okay,
we were in an acting class together
shit.
because we also played football. So to be honest, I chose acting because one, I was doing it in high school and it was fun, and two, because it's fucking easy. Like, it's not easy, but like intro to acting. Come on, you gotta just try.
Yeah. Wait. We took playwriting. It was playwriting.
Playwriting.
But we did acting.
but we did also acting. But
Yeah.
so we had a scene to do. We had to memorize like, I don't know, 15 lines.
Yeah.
And do a little performance in front of the class.
It was kind of hard.
It was kind of hard. And we did a scene where like I was hooking up with, I guess, Francis's girlfriend, I think it was, and we used the sex doll in class.
Okay. Yeah.
And like the scene was like me like having sex with Francis's girlfriend, and he walks in the room and like freaks out. And I just kept forgetting my lines because it was so ridiculous that I was, yeah, dude, it was so bad.
The one thing I remember with that is just walking through the whole Hartwick, right, with the whole sex doll like under your arm, like, oh hey, what up?
Yeah, yeah. It was just, we had to bring a sex doll around. It was around campus. So the only reason I came to New York City, first, nobody even knows this. I moved to Manhattan because of Francis King. Francis King John Ukabali Namani. Anyway, so because, yeah, at Hartwick, where we went to school, it was a private school, we played ball. So kind of freshman year, like I started thinking about what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be somewhere more around like business and whatnot. And Francis was on the same page. And so he was looking up Baruch, which is a school in Midtown. And I was like, Baruch's definitely a good place to go. It's in the middle of Manhattan. There's so many opportunities for business around there. So I basically just followed him to New York. And then
Well, Ricky actually got into Baruch before me.
That's true.
That was a caveat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell you get that?
That's true, that's true.
Because like
I
ironically, I applied to Baruch 3 times, and I kept getting denied from Baruch, and I was so I was like shocked. I'm like, why am I getting denied? At the time I had like a 3.8 GPA. I'm like, why am I getting denied? And it's because I never took a math class at Hartwick, so I had to go.
yeah, dude, getting into Baruch was the biggest bullshit. You have to fucking.
It was a headache, man.
Like I transferred like 3 times before even getting to Baruch because you need to get certain credits, and like if you don't get the credits, you got to retake classes at Baruch. So it's just like a wait. It was just ridiculous.
But I'm mad you didn't go to the graduation.
Yeah.
After all that, man.
Dude, Baruch College's graduation doesn't even call out your name. You don't walk anywhere. You know how you walk for graduation? There's no walking. You walk in the damn building. That's it. The fuck? Oh yeah, I'm looking at that.
Yeah. See, that's why I didn't want to put the monitor
I mean,
there.
nobody gonna fucking tell you. You ain't gonna tell. But yeah, so I didn't go to my college graduation.
Yeah.
I guess like I might regret that in 20 years, but don't give a fuck.
The only reason I went to my college graduation is because I wanted the photos. I mean, after all that hard work, you gotta put the photos on the gram, dog.
I didn't even take like graduation pictures, nothing like.
Buddy didn't even order the cap and gown.
I didn't care. Didn't care at all.
I mean, I just wanted the photos. I'm like.
I mean, I get it.
That's all I wanted.
I even said like a long time ago, I was like, I'm not gonna go to graduation, but I'll get my cap and gown and do a photo shoot. Didn't even do that. Didn't care enough.
Crazy.
But anyway, I don't know why we got into that.
All good.
So, last question for the intro is like, what was your dream as a kid? What?
My dream. Oh my god, I feel like we were having this combo while we were running in the morning.
For the film.
So what was my dream as a kid, huh? I had a couple aspirations that I wanted to be. Ironically, the first thing I wanted to be was an astronaut. I realized you gotta do a lot to be an astronaut.
You gotta be a fucking scientist before you become an astronaut.
You gotta do some real to be an astronaut. And then I'm like, you know.
You can curse, by the way.
My bad.
Did you just say you have to do some real to be an astronaut?
Yeah, because I don't want tu madre coming after me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I want to be an astronaut, and I realized like it's probably not the path for me because I don't know if I can really do that. And then ironically, so the funny thing about it, prior to me getting to the whole sports and stuff, I was really, really overweight. So in 2nd grade, believe it or not, I was around 185 pounds. It was big. 185 pounds in 2nd grade. That's kind of scary. But
obese.
Yeah, I literally was obese. I remember my mom literally saying to me, "All right, no more." She literally said, "No more Twinkies." a post
Were
her.
you eating Twinkies?
Of course,
Were
I
you
was,
actually
of course I was eating Twinkies.
Honestly, I
Eating
never was a
Twinkies,
Twinkie.
ding dongs, zebra. I was eating
Did
all
it just
that.
die?
Yeah, the monitor died. That's good. Now you can just look at the camera. Super fat. 185 pounds in second grade. And my mom, she literally, so like I said before, she took away the Twinkies, the ding dongs, the zebra cakes, all that
So
stuff.
you were really crushing Twinkies, ding dongs.
Bro, I was
cakes.
taking it down. Like I was taking it down. Like I didn't realize like what it was doing to me because like I just like me
Yeah, when
even
you're a
now,
kid,
bro.
you don't give a
like
fuck.
I'm a foodie. Like I love food. Like
Yeah.
it got to the point that I'm really good at cooking because I love food. And like if I didn't work out, I'd be really overweight.
Yo, tell me if this has ever happened to you. This actually happened to me the other day. Cause like when you me and Francis have both been in the positions where we've gotten really in good shape, where you look at yourself, you're like, holy shit, I'm jacked. Like this is the best feeling ever. Yeah. But then like the other day, I was like, I might just become a fat asshole and just eat everything because eating is the best. I was like, I want milkshakes, I want cookies. I work in a burger restaurant. We have like amazing milkshakes, amazing like cake and shit, and I just want to be like, fuck dieting, fuck working out. I just want to eat and enjoy the food.
It's like I can take
And then
a day.
and then other times I'm like, nah, I need to get in that fucking gym because I'm a fat asshole.
That's like me, like whenever I'm around, like whenever I'm at a party or if I'm on set, and I walk by the whole Crafty and I see like the candy, the cookies, the cake.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why
Dude,
you
I
do
can't-
that to
I'm
me?
like really bad at that.
Yeah, man.
In a
like,
social environment, when people are like, if you're like at someone's house and they offer you food,
You're like, oh, no,
I
thank
can
you.
never say no. I'm always just like,
wait,
I
man,
started the diet yesterday, but I'll have one.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like a thing of like respect. You don't want to be like, oh no, I won't eat that because, and then they'll be like, oh, you don't want to eat my food? Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of my house.
But also, I'm kind of just like, oh, that shit is free. Hi. I don't have to pay for this. But
We on that college diet, man.
yeah, for real.
You gotta say, you know how rich people make money?
A lot of ways.
But do you know another way how rich people make money?
Just tell me.
Rich people save their money.
That's true. That's true. I legit was getting notifications from my bank the other day because I spent too much money this weekend. Anyway, so you had a post recently on Instagram, and in the caption you wrote something like, "Life is like a map.
Yeah.
We may have a desired destination, but the route could prove to be wayward at times,"
Yeah.
which I still don't know what that really means, but I
Wayward.
understand what you mean. And then you say, "How well do you know yourself?
Yeah.
Who do you want to become, and what sets your soul on fire?"
Yeah.
Could you answer those 3 questions for me?
Yeah, dude.
What's number one?
Number one, yeah.
How well do you know yourself?
I believe I know myself pretty well.
I hate how you're answering these questions. You're like,
I'm
kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
Rick.
kidding.
Yeah, Rick.
Just
you want,
be
Rick, you want to
natural.
throw hands,
You
dog?
like- it's
Rick,
like
you want
you
to throw
acting,
hands,
B.
dog?
This ain't- you ain't acting.
No, I'm chilling right now, dog.
you're like, somebody know that. I'm kidding. Do your thing.
All
So
right.
yeah, how well do you know yourself?
I believe I
Because
know.
don't
I believe I know myself pretty well because like a lot of people will. Second cam.
Can you pass me one of those pillows? Because my back's gonna fucking break with this shit.
I actually thought that shit was comfortable, but that's.
I
Why
mean, it's not uncomfortable, but it's comfortable to like chill. But I kind of need to be.
Well, no homo, bro.
Thank you for saying that. Where were we? So yeah, Francis was at the Fortnite event, but what was I talking about? Before?
So you could see the reflection. The lighting looks fine, right? If anything, I can fix it.
Wait, yeah, I want to get this out by next week. Anyway,
All right, cool.
so I kind of forgot where we were.
Yeah, we were
But
talking. We were talking about
how
the
well do you
thing-
know yourself? Your sister came in the room, told you to get your life together. Oh,
Yeah.
I was interrupting you by saying that from a media perspective and social media, whatever, looks like your life's pretty great. Like you're doing some dope shit.
Yeah, man. Like I'm out here working every day. You know, every single day I'm out here doing something. I'm working on some type of project. Like my life is not in shambles. Like I'm just doing 5 million things
Do you know
at
why?
the same time.
Yeah.
The reason
feel
why
that.
she said that is probably because I forgot to like wash my plates like from when I ate the night before. Like she.
So she was exaggerating. a bit.
Yeah, exaggerating. Like I'm not. You know, I'm not sitting down like, oh, what am I doing? What was me? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
So I do know myself pretty well in regard to that. What was the second question?
Second question, you don't even remember your own question.
Nah,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
I wrote the caption a couple days ago.
Who do you want to become?
So-
Like, what's your aspiration?
All right, well, I want to become the best version of myself, and in order for me to do that,
I like that answer before you even continue.
thank you, man. Like, you know, people aspire to be other people, but I want to aspire to be myself. I want to be the best version of myself, which is why I put so much pressure on everything I do, and like the people around me, like
Which is a bad thing, by the way.
it's a good thing and a bad thing.
It's a good thing and a bad thing.
It can propel you forward, but it could also kind of f you up mentally.
Fuck you up, he meant to say. You could say it. Please say it.
But tu madre.
Just say it. Just say
it can fuck you up mentally, and you know that's not fun.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I put a lot of pressure on myself, and
Yeah, I've known Francis for a pretty long time now, and I've known him well for about 5 years now, like well.
Yeah.
And one thing he does do a lot is puts a lot of pressure on himself. Like I remember we were talking maybe like a few months ago, and you were kind of like, dude, like I don't know, like you know you were like doubting yourself and shit.
Dude, I was over a couple months ago, man. I was over the edge. Like
Yeah,
it was
I know
crazy,
that.
man. I was going like I think it was before winter break.
Yeah.
I was oh my god, dude. I was stressed, man. You know what?
And that's from taking on so many things, and you kind of feel like you're stagnant. You're doing so much, but at the same time, you're like, "Am I really moving anywhere?"
Yeah, it's kind of like Denzel said something like you may be doing a lot more, but that doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
Yeah.
And that's
You may be doing a lot more.
But that doesn't mean.
I listen. So Francis actually, well, you and my boy Blas
Yeah.
both put me on to like listening to motivational things,
Yeah.
like almost every day.
Yeah.
And there's you might be doing a lot more, but doesn't mean you get a lot more done. And it's like my mother always told me, because you could be what is it saying?
I can't remember that part.
It's like
but
you could be running the same place and not get anywhere, some shit like that.
yeah, man, like
Which is so true.
And when I was actually hearing that part when it came up in the tape, I was like,
Yo, so yeah, like I was saying, Francis and my boy Blas kind of put me on to listening to motivational like speakers and like speeches
Yeah.
on a daily basis, because it really puts you in a mindset of like, what am I doing?
mm-hmm.
How am I gonna do it?
Fact.
Where am I going? How am
Yeah.
I gonna get there?
Fact.
And it's like it's testing yourself. It's basically testing your mind every day.
Exactly. It's like, yo, who do I have to become to do what I want to do?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't ask themselves that question because they look to other people for validation.
And you know what sucks?
What?
A lot of people aren't doing what they want to do, which is the first step of it all is like, what do I want to do? Of course, there's the
yeah.
whole getting job aspect.
Of course, yeah.
But like, the thing that separates like a person that's just doing their job
Mm-hmm.
and a person that wants to do something is very different. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you need to be in a completely different mindset if you want to do something. Like, I still don't know what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
I just know it's not
Hey, but guess
what the
what?
normal person does.
So guess what? You're currently doing it.
I mean,
man.
I'm currently
You're
doing
doing it, man. He's in the element. Come on.
I am in the element, but I still, like, I don't have that North Star yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And having the North Star is a very important part of, like, because sometimes shit's going to get rough, and if you don't have that North Star to think about or to look towards,
Yeah.
it's like you kind of feel like it's just blurry, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, but I know I'm getting, the thing is, like, a lot of things around me are telling me, like, yo, you're going the right direction.
Fact.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a little thing here and there that's telling me, all right, you're on the right path.
Mhm.
It's just like, so that's why I'm just I just keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where I was going with all that.
Wait. Let me. What was the third and final question?
Okay,
So I
the third.
messed up.
Thank you. The third and final question is, what sets your soul on fire?
Woo! Multiple.
Dude, I can't even answer most of these questions.
Dude, multiple things set my soul on fire. So like, you know me, like I love movies, and like I'll even ask you this question: what's my favorite movie, Ricky? Based off
The
what
Dark
you,
Knight.
Well, I like The Dark Knight, but based off what you see on social media,
Oh.
what do you think is my favorite movie?
Rocky.
Hell, motherfucking yeah.
Which one?
Rock, dude, I
Honestly,
love
you're
Rocky.
gonna hate me. I've never
Dude,
seen any.
Rocky 1 is dope, but Rocky 4 is my favorite.
I've never seen one of them.
I'm telling you, if you guys haven't watched the movie Rocky, go check it out. Phenomenal.
I mean,
but
I've never seen it, and you should see it. No, I do want to see it,
there
but
you go.
it's just.
Dude, but in like regard.
Also, Creed isn't Creed like a remake of the Rocky?
Yeah, so Creed is like part of like the whole franchise. So I love Michael B. Jordan. Like shout out to him. Like dude's a boss, man. Works his butt off. But what sets my soul on fire, dude? I love movies. I love acting, and I love fitness. Like the main reason why I love working out is because like, and I usually work out by myself. But ironically today I didn't. I worked out.
Yeah, we did a good workout before this.
Heck yeah, dude.
Go to the clip. Back to that.
So like I usually work out solo, and like the reason why I love fitness is because like when you're in the gym by yourself, Ricky thought I was weird. I don't work out with headphones anymore.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's like
The thing is, we're so used to using headphones for everything.
For everything.
But continue.
And then I don't work out with headphones anymore, so I can really get in tune with myself. Cause like I'm that weird dude in the gym. I'll have my hoodie on. I'll be talking to myself because like I feel like when I'm in that moment, that's my time to really talk to my inner self and really sculpt myself for the day, sculpt myself for the week. Which is why I really love fitness. Because I always put so much pressure on myself. I believe that when I'm in the gym, it's when I can fight my inner self. My self is telling me like, yo, you can't do it. I'm like, nah, man, I can fucking do it. I can fucking do it.
Before you continue with the rest of what you were gonna say,
yeah.
The one time when I was in the best shape of my life was when I was so, like you're saying, like so in tune with pushing myself to the next, like do one more rep, do one more set.
Yeah.
A little bit longer, a little bit faster. Like, dude, I was always, and that's 100,000% just mental, how mentally strong you are, how much you're willing to push yourself mentally. Because that's all it is. The gym is 100% mental. That's it. But continue.
I agree. I even recall, it makes me remember when you brought me to the turf field. Or
the one on the west side?
Yeah, by the World Trade. The first time, one of the first times we were on that field, and Ricky kicked my butt. I was like, Ricky, what kind of workouts you doing, man? And then like I just kept coming back and kept doing it, and then I eventually got into proper shape. But man, Ricky, my man, was on something on a different level. But that's what sets my soul on fire. I love acting, I love film, and I love fitness, man. Like that's like you should always have something that kind of motivates you and.
What is it about acting that you love?
Like I love that I'm able to portray like think about it, you're able to be multiple people in one lifetime. And that's kind of cool.
True.
And like, if you think about it, all the things that you consume and, you watch, it's all made up. Somebody made it up in their head.
Yeah.
And how cool would it be if you think about it this way? I'm just going to sit down, pull out my notebook or my laptop, write something up, have people come and do what I just wrote, and then now I can entertain people that way.
And like take something that just came from an idea and make it into a reality.
Exactly. And that's then like... Crazy. I think it's crazy that when you watch TV or you watch a movie, I'm literally taking your attention for a brief period of time and putting you in a different world. Yeah. That's what I like about acting. It's like, if you can really, really sell that character very well, you're taking someone away from like their out of their stressful life or like something that they're worrying about.
A term I learned in my my junior year of college at Baruch, my first year at Baruch, suspension of disbelief. Mm-hmm. Which is when you kind of like take yourself out of reality and like fully enter the create like the movie you're watching, the book you're reading. Yeah. Which is so true. And there's certain films that don't take us out of our what did I say? Suspension of disbelief. Mm-hmm. But those movies that you books, when you're so into it that you kind of forget about the outside world. Yeah. That is like how something's entertaining you. Yeah. Because if you forget about everything and you're so into that show, movie, book, whatever the fuck, video, it's like that kind of creativity is insane.
It's a beautiful moment, especially when you can look back and then you talk to people who watched what you did and they're like, yo, like you made me feel some type of way, like I've never felt that way before. Dude, that hits your heart heavy.
I need that in my life.
You're like, oh my god. Think about it this way, whoever's watching, if you're male or female, when someone you liked came up to you and they said something that kind of just caught you off guard and then you just felt like you couldn't breathe anymore. That's how it feels when I'm acting or when you're entertaining someone. So that's why I like it so much.
One thing that I love about acting, I took an advanced course, which is not like what we were talking about earlier with sex dolls and shit. You're doing like real scenes, real like monologues where like everybody in that advanced acting class was there because they love acting, they're trying to be an actor, they're trying to be in plays, whatever. And I was there because I just needed more credits to graduate college. But at the same time, I liked it because I was challenging myself. So one thing I learned about taking that acting class was like, I had to do a couple scenes and I've never had my adrenaline take over. Like, it was insane. So I fully became the character that I was supposed to be through my adrenaline. Like, my adrenaline was rushing so, like, it was insane. The feeling was insane. Yeah. I felt myself, like, I was almost so nervous that I was becoming the character because I was conscious of it. Like, like making the transition. It was crazy.
And then when you come back from that, you're like,
Yeah, I was like, that was the best feeling I've. But then
Yeah, dude.
that was in rehearsals, and then we had the
Yeah.
final scene, and
Yeah.
I couldn't. Once you hit that feeling, if you can't get it again, it's like fuck.
yeah, it's kind of like having sex.
All right, not what I was thinking, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how many people that are listening or watching. Actually, you can only watch it, so fuck you. I don't know how many people that are watching
Yeah,
act or know about acting, but what it takes and like it's crazy. You have to be able to like go out, like consciously become somebody else, and like everything they do takes over what you do.
yeah, and like the weird thing about it is you grow up. You know, buddy's running out my utility bill.
I got you sausage, egg, and cheese this morning
True.
with turkey bacon on it because I fucked up the order.
Yeah, man, he got me the meat lover.
The meat lover special with egg whites. But
Yeah, the thing about yeah, when you grow up, people tell you to be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else, which is ironic. Because
Yeah.
I totally preach that as well, and then ironically, I love acting, and that's
Yeah.
not being yourself. But
true.
I don't know, it's
But
like-
the
it's-
thing is, you have to be. Acting is so crazy because you have to be in tune with yourself
oh, you have to know yourself so well.
as much as possible to
Yeah.
then be able to become other people.
Exactly. Or
Like all these actors like Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah. And he started as a kid actor. So
I
think about
can't
it.
think of the
Like,
other guy's name that I'm thinking of.
the
The guy who's in Wolf of Wall Street with Leo,
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
They are so in tune with themselves, which then makes them able to become other people because they know that they're just doing it to experiment and to explore like feelings and shit like that.
Yeah, it's cool. You get to
It's crazy.
explore different
Alright,
things.
here we're moving on a little bit. So, who is your biggest inspiration? Like, actor, family member, person on the side of the street, the crackhead on the corner.
My biggest inspiration, well, we kind of already went over it, would have to be Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, we didn't go over that.
Alright.
And-
But if you guys don't know who he is, he's the guy who played Rocky. Ironically, he also wrote Rocky.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
He wrote it, he acted in it, and he also directed it.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of why he inspires me because it's kind of like what I do now. I may not be writing big feature films, but like everything that I make, I usually write it, I direct it, I do the post
Is that?
production.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that why you're doing what you're doing because of him,
Well, no, not
or
entirely.
did you figure that out after you already started doing what you were doing,
I
like
figured,
filming?
Yeah, I figured it out later on. Like
How crazy
It's like
is
I
that?
watched the movie and I like started doing more research about it, and I found out that he was the one who wrote it, and I was like, oh my god, he wrote the whole movie, he directed it, and he acted in it. I'm like, whoa, it's kind of like what I'm doing right now. I may not be writing big movies, but like
But
I'm
you're
doing,
still doing the steps
I'm
that
doing,
he
this-
did
doing exactly, which is why he's such
on
a
a smaller
big,
scale.
huge, big inspiration for me. And that's actually why I started to box.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, I love this movie Rocky so much, so like, let me go.
And it's a kick-ass workout.
Oh, dude, it's
Boxing
an
is
amazing
shit.
workout, and
Boxing.
it
Boxing.
it forms your whole mentality, you know. And also, like before, I didn't know how to fight. Now I know how to fight, so
True.
it's different. And you feel more confident. You walk around, you keep your head high. Like you're not putting your head down when you're walking past people
Like
because
me. No.
you feel good. You feel comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
And I think Stallone has been a huge inspiration for me, mainly because like I listen to his tapes all the time.
To his
And-
what?
His tapes, like
Oh,
the
his
motivational tapes. And I think it's cool, like what he did. Like, think about it. He was literally a struggling Italian guy in New York City, and well, at the time I think he was in LA when it happened. But it was completely by luck. He walked into a room for a casting. They didn't like him, and then right before he walked out the room, he was like, "Hey, I actually got a script that I'm working on, and it's about a wrestler and a boxer." And you're like, "Oh yeah, bring it by." If he never stopped and turned around and told him that, there would be no Rocky Balboa, potentially. There would be no Stallone.
Yeah.
Because like his whole life started from that. Because when he brought back the script, they're like, "Yo, we love it, but we don't want you to play Rocky." And he was like, "I will only play Rocky. I will only give you the movie if you let me play Rocky." And then they kept saying no. Then they kept offering more money, more and more and more and more. And then eventually they're like, "You know, we'll take a shot. We'll let you play Rocky." And then it ended up winning Best Picture at the Oscars.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like, literally the dude just took a shot and it happened. So like, I feel like that translates into life. Like, if you really, really believe in something, just take a shot and it might just happen.
Yeah, man. Most people don't even go for what they want to do. Unless...
Yeah, and like the reason why people don't do that is because everyone's afraid.
Yeah.
And because
That's what we
you're
were talking about while we were running.
yeah, you're molded from when you're young to kind of follow a strict.
Follow what's safe. What's
safe.
comfortable.
And your brain naturally makes you do things that are safe because it doesn't want you to panic.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that when you take a chance and you do something that's against the norm, that's when the coolest things happen.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my god.
That's why the people that are the biggest stars of the universe, whatever of the universe on the planet, those are the people that did the things that nobody else did because they took the chance.
Exactly. And
because they were willing to be uncomfortable and willing to fail and willing to lose and willing to eat shit.
Like Gary Vee would say.
Yeah.
And I don't blame people. That's a big jump. It's
course.
a big thing you have to make because like you can either end up a superstar or you can end up homeless. And
that's true, but
it all ties back into your mentality.
What people that I listen to have kind of molded me is like I just don't want to look back and regret not trying. That's the worst. That's the that's the worst. Like looking the whack ass chair Francis gives me, I can't fucking. But yeah, dude, I just don't want to go back and like I don't want to be 50, 60, 70, 80 and be like I wish I did this, I wish I did that, I wish I did this.
Yeah.
I want to be there and say I tried this, I tried that, I tried this.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like trying is what matters. Like I think like A$AP Rocky, I don't know if you ever watched the interview. He was like, how can you hate on somebody for trying? Like even when you're when you're a kid, like why would you hate on someone for trying something new? Like they have the balls, or they took the shot to let me go try something I'm not comfortable with, and everyone's like, yo, what are you doing, man? Why are you trying that? Like, what do you mean? Why am I trying that?
You trying to call me out for the Vine shit again?
No, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying like
I know exactly what you're saying, because nowadays, like in the past few years, my mind switched from I was always the guy saying, kind of questioning the people for why they're trying.
Yeah.
And now I'm the guy that's always pushing the person that's trying. Mm-hmm. Like anybody around me who's trying to do something, I want to encourage them to keep trying.
Yeah.
I want that's who I am now.
Like
whereas in high school, I just had that mindset of if you're not doing the normal shit, you're weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the mindset of I want to be weird. Yeah. I want the weird people to win.
Like here, let me drop the mic. Imagine if like Jeff Bezos of Amazon didn't keep trying, or freaking what's his name, Steve Jobs or Jack Ma from Alibaba didn't keep trying. Dude, like what would the world be?
Yeah.
I feel like the coolest things happen when you keep failing and failing and failing, but you're like, yo, I'm just keep trying, until something happens. You never know. If you truly believe in something hard enough, it can happen.
Yeah, man. That's facts.
You might as well just keep it on at this moment,
Yeah, but I'm cold. That should blow.
No, now you're cold.
So how do you define happiness?
Oh, that's a good question. How do I define happiness? I believe
that's something hard.
It's a good question. I've asked people that before, and it's funny. Always funny to see your facial reaction when you hear that question, because most people are not happy.
Yeah.
I would say I would define happiness when not even like, when you reach a point at a certain pinnacle of life. I think that's kind of dumb, because then you're waiting for something to happen to be happy. I define happiness as like you wake up every day, you're healthy, you're not in the hospital, you can breathe, you can walk, you can talk. That should just make you happy.
Yeah.
That's what I think happy. Like I woke up today. Like
Dude, people don't I remember when I was younger.
Yeah.
And a lot of the mindset we have when we're older comes from the mindset we had when we were younger.
Correct.
And the things that influenced us when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole saying, blessed to turn 22, blessed to be 15, 16, blessed,
Mm-hmm.
like literally people were just saying that because it's the thing to say, but it's literally a blessing to be alive. People die every single day.
Every day.
And then, of course, when someone dies that everybody knows that dies young or something, everybody becomes like, oh my God, like this person died at such a young age. The young, what is it? Those the saying, like only the great die young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit can happen to anybody. Like,
yeah.
A fucking rock could fall from the earth, like to the sky. Meteors and shit happen. We would know, but all I'm saying is like we could literally die.
Yeah.
Like we have one life, like saying one life, whatever, sounds cliche, but it's
don't
literally
do YOLO. Don't do YOLO.
it's literally the truth though. Like
Yeah, man.
that, like, and the more that you grow, like the more that I've grown older,
Yeah.
and noticed like, yo, my time is ticking. Like
For real.
21 has passed already. Like I'm turning 23 in November.
Yeah. I'm like,
Like,
I'm turning 24 like next month.
Not saying that I'm old by any means, because I hate when people are like 25 and they're like, I'm deceased already. I'm like, bro, you got time.
Yeah.
But
Like Gary.
dude,
You're fucking young.
yeah,
I'm 42,
but it's
fucking
true.
young.
He's put time for me in life years in
Yeah.
perspective. Like
Yeah, man. Everyone
Like,
wants
dude.
to be a certain point. What?
this shit's kind of falling over there. But yeah,
Everyone wants to be at a certain point by a certain age.
yeah, that's also the thing. Like
Yeah.
society constructs like a time frame for us. Like
Mm-hmm.
by the time you're 30, if you don't have a fucking house, or by the time you're 30, if you haven't had your dream job, everything's fucking wrong, dude.
Yeah, dude. And I think social media plays a big role into that.
Social media plays a huge role into that, but I think the first step in being able to like know that that's just society
Yeah.
is just like understanding like, yo, I got to do things on my time.
Correct.
Like by the time I figure it out, it's a good time. It doesn't matter like by the time you're 35, like people, dude, the thing that makes me go insane is when somebody says, I want to be married by 25, kids by 30, home by 32,
You're wildin'.
I'm traveling by 38. Like, my G. That's how, when people have too many expectations,
Yeah.
that's when you're unhappy.
Yeah,
Because
man.
life, you can't have any expectations in life.
It's good to have
of
goals and
course,
stuff.
you can have
It's good to have
expectations.
goals in life, but you're 23. You're 23, right?
Turning 23 in
So
November.
yeah, you're 22. I'm 23 now. I'm not even thinking about children. Like I know kids who I went to high school with, who have
Bro,
more than two children.
Blank name, I'm not going to say.
Don't even say it, bro. No, don't even say it.
Just bought a crib with
Bro.
her husband, fiance.
Well, shout out to her. Like
Shout
she
out to
has
her.
a home
Good
and she's about to
for-
get
no,
married.
No, like I'm not.
Like shout out to her.
I'm
Like,
not shitting on anybody, but that's insane.
it's
You
so
graduated college like a year and a half, 2 years ago,
yeah. Like
and she's got a
she's got a
husband
home
and a house
home, a fiance.
dude. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I don't have a real job, and this bitch got a crib and a husband. This is a new thing that I want to do with my guests. Kind of ask them this or that questions.
Yeah.
What you doing over
Oh,
here?
my bad. I was checking my DMs real quick.
I was doing that before. So it's a new thing that I want to do with my guests, like
Yeah.
this or that questions.
Got you.
And it's just like first thing that comes to mind, answer the question, this or that.
Okay.
It's gonna be, yeah, just as quick as you can. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Pop or hip hop?
Hip hop.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Answer the question with a little more enthusiasm.
A little more enthusiasm.
Dick. Morning or evening?
Evening.
Day or night?
Day.
Text or call?
Call.
Movie at home or movie at the theater?
It depends though.
Movie at home, movie at the theater.
Movie at home.
Love or money?
Love.
Love or money? Go.
I don't know. That's a hard one. No, let's save that for later. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
That's a hard
I'll
one.
take it
Yeah.
later. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink soda.
If you had to, Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi. Nah, Coke. Coca-Cola.
That's not the point of the game. Rain or snow?
Rain.
Comedy or drama?
Drama.
Hamburger, hot dog?
Hamburger.
Reading or writing?
Writing.
Singing or dancing?
Dancing.
T-shirts or sweaters?
T-shirt.
Superman or Batman?
Oh, Superman. Actually, no, fuck, Batman.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Superman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Batman's the shit. And I just watch the Batman movies more than the Superman movies. Anyway, ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Pandas or whales? Pandas or whales?
Panda!
Panda. All right.
Panda.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Apples or oranges?
Apples.
Pool or ocean?
Pool.
Medium rare or medium well?
Oh, why would you? You know what? Ricky, we have to have a moment right now. So, I have this question with everybody I meet. How do you take your steak? And it causes a whole commotion because I know you're probably gonna make fun of me, but most people get their steak medium rare, right?
Yeah.
You know, from my background, coming from an African background, we get our steak well done.
Honestly, though,
we cook it. I mean, it's not like a hockey puck or a brick, but I don't want to see blood on my plate. Like people think that's like, what? That's not good.
Yeah, no, I know what you're
Like
saying.
how is that appetizing to be eating a cow or even any animal that's bleeding?
Okay, before you continue, breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Okay, so back to the steak thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I would be at a restaurant with my family and I would get a steak, whatever,
Yeah.
and they would be rattling off medium well, medium rare, medium whatever the fuck else there is, rare, basically.
I know some
and
people
I would
do
straight
that.
up just pick some shit because so something with me is like when it comes to like ordering something when you're on a line on the like I just choose something because I don't want to be there
And holding everybody up.
holding everybody up. There's I get some sort of anxiety.
Yeah.
And I don't like any confrontation.
I'm gonna take my damn time.
Yo, I'm like the first thing they say, I'm like, yep, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, do I want no? I don't sometimes I won't even hear what they ask and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Or your go-to.
Because I don't want to be like, what was that? Because
Um,
when I'm behind somebody and they're like, wait, but does this
but-
one come with that and then the blue cheese underneath?
what
I'm
about-
like, guys,
are there
just
pickles
order.
in there?
Yeah,
But
so,
what would you recommend?
but I'm the asshole that'll fuck up the order and then like it'll come completely wrong and I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna eat this shit because I'm the asshole that just kind of skipped over the questions.
I'm gonna cut this camera again and then record.
What?
In regard to steak, it's mainly because a lot of people don't know how to season their food. They just put salt and pepper.
Yeah.
That's why people want to get the medium rare and then think it's like the best piece of meat they've ever eaten. Like if you
comes
come
down
to my crib and I actually make some steak for you, like I season that boy up. You know what I mean?
He's trying to get girls through that.
No, I'm just saying, like,
kidding.
I just know how to cook. I mean, I grew up with 5 women in the household, and my dad knows how to cook.
That's true.
So, like, I know how to make food. Like,
Yo, so
salt and pepper is not the game.
yeah, no, you need some real seasoning.
You need adobo.
Get off of it. Yo, you know how addicted we are to Instagram and shit?
I know.
I'm addicted,
I mean,
but I'm conscious of the addiction, so it helps.
it's because people are constantly.
Dude,
It's just constant DMs.
that and it's just like the notifications and the red
I turn my
the red
notifications
hearts
off.
and stuff. Me too, but still. You're so used to opening the app.
And, like,
Dude,
checking.
how many times, if anybody else has done this, fucking, I don't know,
Counted how
text
many
me.
times?
But the amount of times that I'm on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I close the app because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking, wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing I do is open Instagram again.
I know.
And you're like, what the fuck? I was just doing that and I just canceled out because I knew I was doing nothing. And now I just reopened it again. Or how many times have you gone to check like the weather or something like productive, like, oh, let me check my notes for something. And you just somehow end up on Instagram looking at some girl's boobies or something. No? Okay. Just me. I know that's happened to somebody else. That's
No,
not just me.
it happens to people. And then, like, you know, like when you get lost in the profiles, you just keep going.
Yeah.
And then, like, you're just trying to track back, like, yo, how
Where
am I
was
like
I?
10 profiles deep
Yeah.
right now, dude?
Yeah. But
So,
what I want to ask you is, what's your top 3 movies? I know Rocky's 1.
Oh, wow.
Rocky 4 is number 1.
Rocky, yeah, my top 3 movies.
Okay.
Oh, my God. All right. It's nerve-wracking. All right, so I like Rocky 4.
Okay.
I like Good Will Hunting.
Never seen it.
Good Will Hunting?
Never.
That movie will make you cry.
I know. I don't like watching movies like that.
It's good. It's a
I
good
know.
movie.
For some reason, like I don't like watching scary movies. I don't like watching like very hardcore dramas. I'm all about either that shit better be funny or action or like drama, but not to the point where like it's making you cry. It's more like, I guess maybe a little bit like you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I like Rocky 4, Good
Sorry.
Will Hunting, and for like comedy, I like Pineapple Express. I think it's pretty funny.
Pineapple Express is
You,
good.
you can't go wrong with Seth Rogen, and
Rogen.
you know the Francos, man.
Yeah,
You can't
dude.
go wrong with those guys. They're funny.
That's like top. I
I'd
wanna
say
say
it's like
top
my
10.
top. Yeah.
But-
Really? That's your top 10?
Pineapple Express,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh shit. It's good. Super bad. Super.
Just 'cause
wait,
that was, like-
Super bad or Pineapple Express?
I like Pineapple Express more. Superbad is hilarious, but I don't know, something about I don't know. That's tough. I guess I watched Pineapple Express way more times than I've watched
I agree.
Superbad.
I think if it was in
It's
your
more
queue,
accessible.
you would watch. Exactly. If it was in
Yeah.
your queue, you'd watch it multiple times.
Yeah.
People love that movie.
Yeah, it is
Hill's a fucking
hilarious.
clown.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
That was Jonah Hill's breakthrough.
Yeah.
Superbad.
Yeah. You're right.
Also, what
Huh.
about where does Wolf of Wall Street fall on your chart? That's like one of the
I love-
best movies I've ever seen because
You know, ironically, I was watching clips from it yesterday. You know the part when the FBI agents come on the
on the
yacht.
boat, that shit is
Dude.
great.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the reason I like it is because it's comedic, but it's also like the acting is because in comedies the acting sometimes is hard because it's too funny. Like the shit they're talking about is too hilarious to even like fathom being reality.
Yeah.
But that movie does such a good job of like being in between comedy and reality at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But what about that scene is you like,
It's really funny because like if you're watching it for the first time, you're gonna think that the agent is like, yo, I'm gonna take the bribe.
The bribe,
I'm
yeah.
trying to be. How much would an intern make? In a deal like that. North of 500. $500,000. I'm like, what? 500? No, 500 billion or five.
I don't remember.
I don't know. He said some shit like that. But what's it called? 500 billion. I think it was like 500 million. Or 500,000.
500,000.
Either one of those. But yeah, I like that part because it's really funny. Like you see them interacting and like you think he's about to fall for it and he's like, well, can you say what you just said
One
one more time?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I love the scene where he's like, where Matthew McConaughey's like, see this little bad boy right here? This is cocaine. The way he says it though, he's like, cocaine. There's just so many scenes in that shit that I love.
Did you know like a lot of that was improv?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that scene was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt the. But
I love when he gives like the whole speech in front of everybody.
which one?
The one who he's talking about, he's like, I'm not fucking leaving. And
Oh,
like, yeah.
Where he's about to quit and he's like, fuck that.
yeah,
So your top 3 movies are Rocky 4,
Rocky 4.
Good Will Hunting, and then
Pineapple Express.
really?
It's-
Is it number 3?
It's I know it's a
No,
random.
I'm saying top 3 all time. Like
of all time.
yes,
Oh well,
Rocky 4 is still
Rocky's still gonna be up there.
okay.
Good Will Hunting is
Still up
definitely
there?
still gonna be up there.
Okay.
Things I've watched so many movies, man.
Yeah, but like
It's
what's
so
the,
difficult.
It is hard. But what's the first one that comes to mind for number 3? Definitely can't be Pineapple Express.
I feel like I just always say Pineapple Express because like it's a funny comedy I always go to.
yeah,
but-
and you're trying to spread the genres.
Not even just spread the genre. Like that's just like the third movie I think about. But I've seen so many movies, man. I'm
Yeah.
just
So
trying to think.
I don't know my top 3, but my number 1 movie, actually the 2 top movies for me that come to my head, because I like doing things off intuition. Like, what's the first thing you think about when I ask you this question or that question?
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises with the Joker.
Why did I not say Dark Knight?
Yo, because
Because I fucking love that.
the thing
movie.
about that movie is superhero movies are hard to like really get into, for me at least.
Yeah.
Because the shit is so fake that it's like, all right, I can't get into it that much. But the acting was fucking incredible by
Joker, Heath Ledger.
the Joker. Like
Yeah.
he makes you think that shit is real as fuck.
Yeah.
Like it was just one of the best acting
Yeah.
like jobs, I guess, I've ever seen.
Dude, like
And then
I feel like it was bigger because he died. I wonder what would happen if he didn't die.
yeah,
If it would have been
What's
blown
his
up
name?
even more.
Say his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
But apart from that, like the movie was phenomenal.
Dude,
Dude, I watched that
Killed
movie
it.
and I feel like I'm in a whole trance. Like
Dude.
when the Joker comes out, I'm like,
it's just like every scene you're like, this man is fucking out of his mind.
yeah, and
Like you're just so, and you know how there's there's other movies where you're like, oh, that guy's crazy,
do you know
but
how
you're never like,
you
holy
never-
shit.
Do you know how he prepared for that role?
No.
So he got the role, and then I believe went to London, and he's from Australia or New Zealand, but
I
he
think
went
Australia.
He went to London, and then he trapped himself in a room for a whole month, and he just went to town on himself. and like became like the Joker. And then he's a method actor. So when you're a method actor, you're fully in character 24/7 until the production is done. So he went home as a Joker. And that's what really fucked him up. Imagine like you come to work as a psychopath and you leave work as a psychopath, and
Yeah, like in between shots, you're a psychopath.
you're still a psychopath. Like you don't break character at all, and like
But that's why I think that's why the movie was so
That's
good,
why it was
because
so good.
everybody around him was like, "This
And-
is the real fucking Joker in real life."
Yeah, and then like a lot of people don't do method acting because it's a lot of
Stress on your mind.
a lot of stress in your mind, because like you can't be you anymore. You are that character until
Yeah.
the production's over, and yeah, dude,
That's insane.
insane that he did that. You know, like
Yeah.
I believe like Robert De Niro is one of them. Daniel
Method
Day,
actors?
Yeah, Daniel Day.
Yeah, that's
Lewis.
my acting teacher for Baruch.
Yeah.
She told me that I don't know if this is method acting, but she was like, any day I have an audition or any day like I have a show,
Yeah.
she wakes up at home as that character,
Yeah.
and then ends the day as the character.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess that's a form of method acting, which is crazy if you think about it. But it's true because it gets you like you don't have to act.
Yeah, you just stay.
You're just them for the whole day.
It's a lot. It's
It is a
really
lot. All right, so do you have anything you want to say? I was gonna say like in the past. I don't know why I read that. Oh yeah. I don't know what I was gonna. I just didn't want to read what I wrote down. So yeah, we're about to end the show here. We spoke about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I wanted to leave the floor open to you if you wanted to say anything. So what I wrote here is like, if you could get one person listening to take any word of advice, what would you tell them? Or like, what do you want to say to everybody? What do you want people to remember you for? I don't know, whatever.
Wow, how the roles have flip flopped. Wow.
Yeah, Francis started off the show thinking he was the host. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So one piece of advice I'd give I mean, I'm no guru. Okay, I don't have my whole life figured out and everything.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Just
to be
letting you know.
advice or like.
But I would
words
say
of
like
encouragement.
take time to really, in regards to my caption, take time to really get to know yourself. So, if I were you, take an hour if you can, or like 30 minutes. You sit in your room, you turn off your phone, you turn off all kind of music, any kind of innate noise, right? And you just sit down in your room for a good half an hour or an hour, and don't say anything. Just sit there and think. And after you're done, you write down what you thought about, and then just get to know yourself better. Because a lot of people are in a quick rush to Monday through Friday to get home. Well, they leave their 9 to 5, they go to happy hour, they go drink, they go get fucked up. Saturday comes around, they get fucked up. Sunday, oh shit, I'm so fucking hungover.
He's calling me out.
No. I'm just saying like,
kidding,
oh,
I'm
I'm so hungover. Oh shit, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Oh fuck. And like you get yourself in a loop. But no one ever really takes time to kind of, how you were saying, meditate.
I was gonna say what you're saying is sitting there. That's a form of meditation.
Yeah, just get to know yourself, and I believe while you're meditating, you might just figure out who you actually are. Because a lot of people don't know who they are, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of scary. So like, yeah,
A lot of people just get caught up in, because there's so much influence around us
man,
that everybody gets caught up in everything else around them other than themselves.
Yeah, take a weekend. If you want to go crazy with it, take a week and just really sit back and look at your life and try to figure out like what do I want to accomplish by the end of the year? Who do I want to become? Like what am I doing? How am I helping the world, or how am I helping my current job that I'm at? Am I happy? All the things you should always think about. That's what I can leave you with, ideally. Because I can't give you anything else because, like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm still figuring it out.
I love that. I haven't figured it out. Nobody really has figured it out.
Yeah.
Francis.
Hey, my boy.
G.
It was good.